Last week, someone asked me to do Spanner, so I figured if we did Majade, we might as well do him too. Feels kind of weird doing this in the middle of it, but I also didn't want to do one recording session for 2 episodes. I feel like I would burn out eventually. But yeah, man, like Spanner's really going through it. It's kind of weird how like now that the rewrite is happening, they've decided to like give him a personality. But since the sort of refresh that's going on, they're like giving him backstory with it, like his parents and some extra other stuff. And I enjoy it. It's flavor, I guess. Now that I'm really thinking about it, you could have cut him from the first. You could have cut him entirely, honestly. You probably could have gotten away with him not being in the first few episodes and like saving his whole character for right now. I don't think he's really done much outside of like being an asshole to Hotaro and like sit in the corner and complained. Hopefully this turns it around, I guess. So he just watched his parents die again, and this is given like big like you know that one clip from Kuga where he beats the shit out of that porcupine monster because Godai's just like had enough. This is given like that sort of energy, and it's kind of hard to make jokes about it because it's like I feel like I walked in on something almost. Like I said, we're kind of jumping in midway through, but on top of that, I feel like he's having a moment, and I kind of just need to let him process his emotions before I like decide to go ahead and make fun of him. I love how Hotaro's immediate reaction to like watching his friend suffer is to fucking kill him. I mean, like the problem solving skills are there. I just don't think that's like the proper avenue to go about this. I think maybe like talking, that's something I'm a big fan of, or listening. That's even better. Asking questions, letting the person express their emotions. I know I constantly mention that I'm in therapy, so I really don't want to be the type of person that's like, well, actually, this is, I know everything about mental health, but I really feel like there were a number of things we could have done before escalating it to this level. Holy platforms, Batman. He's serving girl boss right now.
Bobby.
He's got the leather pants too. I'm definitely a fan, I'd have to say. I know y'all are waiting for the kiss. That's honestly the most Kamen Rider thing that's happened in all of Gotchard so far. You could write a video essay on the amount of times people like to make Kamen Riders gay. I'm not gonna say that they are or not, and I'm not even gonna say that I'm the motherfucker who should be doing the video essay, but I know there's plenty of people who are constantly talking about making YouTube videos. If you are queer in this space, I would love to see a video essay from someone on that topic, on like homoeroticism in Kamen Rider. I think it'd be kind of cool to see. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't think it's a topic I could handle. Anyone who wants to get into the tokusatsu game, because people ask all the time, that's something I would like to see. Yo, I didn't realize he has the dogs out. I think I predicted this in Hawk's prediction video. She's gonna be a rider. I'm telling you, she will be a rider. I'm almost 85%. I was almost like 75% certain about it, but now that she's like questioning the other villains, I'm almost 85% now. She will be a rider. I'm telling you. That's just the Gotchard driver with the igniter. That's all this is. I didn't want to say this before, but I feel like with the rewrite, you can really tell that they're kind of forcing a lot of things that were not initially intended, or at least maybe introducing it too soon, if that makes sense. Like Homeboy's little companion here, I don't think she was in the first draft of any of the episodes that she's been in. Or maybe if she was, they were going to introduce her a little bit later, because she just kind of came out of nowhere after the whole sort of redoing process, or like having 2 extra riders. You're gonna introduce 2 extra riders, right? Right as we're revamping. Okay. Things like Majade not having an actual release and having a P Bandai release makes me feel like she was going to be exclusive to the movie, which, by the way, thank you to literally all 1,507 of you that commented telling me that she first appeared at the Geats X Gotchard movie. I would have never figured it out if you guys didn't comment for 157th time. That's rude. That's passive aggressive. But no, genuinely, thank you for telling me. But her stuff being P Bandai makes me feel like she wasn't intended to be in the main series, right? Just a movie sort of exclusive thing. And homeboy, his belt is just the Gotchard driver with the igniter attached. That's all this is. This is not a new driver. It makes me feel like a lot of this stuff was not planned, and so they're sort of adding it later. I don't have any inside sources on that, but there's a feeling. There's just a general sort of feeling here. That was actually really sweet. That was actually adorable. Damn. That made me sad. Now I'm sad. Now I don't want to joke anymore. Now I'm done joking. Everything's gonna be straightforward. It's gonna be all matter of fact from here on out. We're done joking. We're done having fun. This isn't a fun video anymore. This is a serious video. All right. Homeboy's parents just died. All right. Have a heart.
俺に託された思いを願いを叶える俺に宿る炎で人の未来を奪う悪魔を焼き尽くす
That was hard as okay. I'm probably not going to show all those clips. Their plan is to essentially lie to Spanner and tell them that his homegirl is also dead now, that they killed her, because essentially they're trying to make him fall into like a deeper state of despair and turn into like a full monster, I guess. I don't know how this is working. It's Kamen Rider logic, all right? Him deciding to move forward, even though like theoretically from his perspective, I know she's not dead yet, I think. They haven't revealed that yet, but they essentially took everything from him, but instead of like falling deeper into despair, he's choosing to like take that and use that as motivation to keep going forward, which I guess sounds very corny on paper, but the way they're presenting it is really cool. I'm reading this book right now called like Man's Search for Meaning. It's about a psychologist who was a prisoner in the concentration camps. Wow, I really am making this a serious video. That was not intentional. But I'm reading this book right now. Bruh. But he mentions how like typically the people who were better suited to survive the concentration camps, from his perspective, were people who were able to see an end, right? See there being like a future out of this, where there was a light essentially at the end of the tunnel. And that's what kept people going, right? And not to draw that drastic of a parallel, because these are two separate things, but there is a parallel here. Essentially what I'm trying to say is dope is that he was able to find a sense of meaning and purpose through tragedy, and that's kind of the connection I'm trying to make here. And I don't know, I think this is like a really dope path to take the character. Initially, I literally told you in the beginning of the video, he's just like whatever to me. But him basically in this moment essentially saying like, I have people in the afterlife who are expecting shit from me, right? I need to take what I can't let them die and have it mean nothing, right? They're expecting shit from me, and so I'm going to move forward. This is a really sick moment, is essentially what I'm trying to say. This is a really dope moment. Big fan. he went from being the character I'm least interested in to now I'm like, oh, okay, Spanner's pretty dope. Spanner's pretty dope. So Mad Wheel just transformed, which has crazy implications for for the rest of the cards. That's probably how we're going to get, because remember, I've been saying this for a while. I've been predicting this too. We're probably going to get a Hopper, like another, because it's Hopper 1, we're probably going to get like a Hopper 2 or like 10 or X or 100. I don't know. I don't know what level Hopper we're going to get next, but the existence of Hopper 1 implies that there are more Hoppers, or at least maybe now Hopper can do essentially what Mad Wheel just did, where Mad Wheel turned to Mach Wheel. Maybe we can get Hopper 1 and now Hopper whatever after that. It is insane that I'm talking about this right after referencing World War II. I told you they didn't kill her. I knew they wouldn't. Listening to the heartbeat with your headphones on, it's kind of giving me a panic attack. But the sound design here is kind of insane. I can't, like, I hate that I can't play a lot of these clips, but like the engine revving along with the heartbeat, A, that's just dope for his character, like his whole motif as a rider and stuff. But B, I'm feeling extra. I was already on edge, all right? I was in a mood to where I was talking about World War II. Now I'm even more on edge. This is probably the most anxious you've ever seen me in a video. And I'm not even like a bad way. Like, I like this episode. This is actually a sick episode, but I'm just, you know, I'm going crazy right now.
Henshin.
You take that tie off. You take that tie off, big boy. Yeah. No, that's how you know he means business. He takes the whole tie off. He was in business casual. Now he's just in casual, and that means business. Best character in the entire show. Yeah, he's my favorite. He's my favorite. I've decided it now. He's my favorite character. Did y'all see that look? 10 years worth of work went into this for her. Taking on this kid that isn't even her own and stepping up. They didn't have to include that look in the final edit. That look is a powerful look. Okay, maybe they're not afterthoughts. Even if this is an afterthought, I don't care. Even if it is. Even if they weren't expecting to put this in the show, I don't care, because this is dope. This is dope. These guys are dope. I like this. I like what's going on here. All right. All right, I know I said all this is really dope. I'm not gonna lie, that fight scene was a little underwhelming. He did a lot of like walking around. Like, he wasn't really fighting, he was just walking around him. And I think that's like to show power scaling, but like it was really boring to watch. Except for that rider kick. That rider kick was actually sick. Here's 2 more videos on Gotchard where we do similar things. Peace.